go. All right. So the things you will be needing today are a piece of, I'm just going to give you guys white paper. I already have some of that. Thank you. So it's you're going to put it vertical, remember? Then you're going to need your marbled paper, which we're going to have to sort out. It'll take us a few minutes because I did not have a chance to like sort them out and put them in neat little piles of the ones that you made. Then you're going to need some assortments of either brown, blue, and green. You don't have to use all the colors, but you definitely need one for the sky. So I would pick one that would be sky colored. Like I really wouldn't pick brown for the sky. So we're starting, speaking of the sky, with the sky. The other thing you need is a glue stick. Please use the white ones because they're better than those other ones. So this is where your fine motor skills are going to come in, okay? Your tearing of your paper. So I want you to try your very best. Just tear a line. You know what? You don't even need to tear the first one. I'm sorry. You don't even need to tear the first one because this is just your sky. So get glue all over the back. Normally I would tell you to just put it around the border, but just so that we make sure it sticks, put it all along the back. And then glue it like flush with the edges here, so it's not like hanging off. All right, that's your sky. So the sky is the very first thing you do. You can pick whatever blue you want, it doesn't matter. That's when now you're gonna start with your colored paper, okay? Your painted paper. So now is when you start tearing. So I would pick the one that like contrasts the best with the sky. I think that's gonna be this one. This one would blend in a little bit, so I'm gonna go with this one. And you're gonna tear a portion off. I am sure this is mine. Alright, and so see how I kind of made it jagged like that? So you can decide if you want to use this piece, which I think I'm going to, or if you want to tear off and use more of this piece. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, again, put glue all over the back. And now I am going to place it, not down here where there's a big gap, but overlapping like this. Now, this has pastel on it, right? Because we did pastel. So don't go like this and rub it in. Okay, the best way to do it is just to flip it over and like gently rub it in, because you might smudge your pastel and then it will be sad because you will not have that beautiful pastel look anymore. It will be all smudged. Okay, so from here on, then you are going to keep tearing. So don't tear the same one, because then you're going to have the same color overlapping. Stop. So this hair keeps sticking to me. So what I really want some contrast in there, so I'm going to put this one aside and maybe use it later, because now I have this really cool like white edge here. So I'm going to cut or tear another piece. You are not cutting it all. If I accidentally say cut, know that I don't mean cut. Alright, so now I am putting glue all over the back of this. Then I'm going to decide which side looks more interesting, and it's definitely the side with the white on it. And I'm overlapping it again. Where are these hairs coming from? They're sticking to me. Turn it over, give it a nice little rub. Now you can decide, do you want to keep going? Please stop doing that with your Velcro. It's driving me nuts. You can decide, do you want to add some land? So I could do some brown. Ooh, this one's going to be really jaggedy. It's kind of cool. And try to cut, or I keep saying cut, try to tear from one side to the other. Now some of these might like overlap on the sides. That's okay. Don't worry about cutting them off. I'll do it with a paper cutter so we get a nice clean edge. So if it's hanging off the edge, it's fine. Well, I put way too much glue. Now there's going to be glue all over the place. I'm just going to go like this. Okay. Now I have more pieces, so I could even like take another. I'll show you what to do in this scenario because this is too short. I can either like glue one of the pieces I already have, but I still have a piece here that I haven't used. So I'm going to go ahead and tear that. Try to get some interesting edges. Can somebody, whoever's humming, please stop. Remember that I'm recording this for the other third graders, and I want them to be able to hear. Okay, so I'm layering that. Now I'm going to layer over some of that green. So this green that I have here is too short. Please stop humming again. So in that situation, I can like overlap. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tear another piece. And that'll give it even some more interesting texture. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down. Like that. It's hanging off this edge. And make sure you're not leaving gaps. Also, you don't want to like cover the whole thing up. We want to see the marbled paper. That's like the most important part of this. So then I'm just overlapping here. So now it goes all the way across. See how this part is over on top of that part. Alright. Now I'm going to go back and I have this piece. So I'm going to tear this piece again. Thank you guys for being patient. I know this is a lot of like watching and listening, but you're doing a nice job. So that one's going to go there. And any like seam like this one where they overlap, we can cover up with a house next time. So what we're going to do is with our scraps, we're just going to put them all in a scrap bin. And so that next time we can use them for, like people can share the different colors so that not everyone has the same exact scene going on. Okay, last thing I'm going to do is finish it off at the bottom. So I want a nice straight edge, so find one with a straight edge. I need to do another little, I'm going to have a little overlapping here. So I'm going to put a piece here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do a double overlap. A double overlap. I'm going to do that. And then since I have this strip at the bottom, I'm going to use this last piece for that. Alright, so once I'm done, I have an entire torn landscape. What does landscape mean? Well, think about the two words that are in it. Land. What's land? You know what land is. Fraser, what's a landscape?
A landscape, like, do you mean like the direction of the paper, or do you...
So, no, that's not what I mean. A landscape is land, right? It's just land.
A landscape is like what you see for land, and
It's like some...
landscape is, and it's like left to right. Not, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so a landscape is just a picture of land. It could be water or desert. Hi. Mr. Jesse, we turn on the light because we're done.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah.